everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, March 11th through Sunday, March 17th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Angel Tarot deck by Jane Wallace for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Messages from the Light meditation deck by Joyce Huntington. So for this week, let's take a look at your stones of choice. The first one is this beautiful fire agate. Now, I decided to choose some of my special intention pendants to show you. And this one is wrapped in gold wire. And again, this fire agate is both grounding and at the same time inspiring. So it's great to kind of ground in or open that root chakra as well as your crown chakra. So it's a great stone for spiritual awakening. It's also a good stone for courage to follow your path, even into those darker places that you fear as you follow your path. Your second stone of choice or special intention pendant is this beautiful Larimar. And this Larimar, this one's wrapped in silver wire. The Larimar is good for enlightening and healing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So on all levels, it brings that enlightenment and healing. It helps to stimulate the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. So it's those upper four chakras, which of course opens you up to greater love with the heart chakra, opens you up to speaking your truth with the throat chakra, to greater psychic vision with the third eye chakra, and to greater understanding with the crown chakra. And then your last special intention pendant of choice is shungite. Now, shungite is this kind of hot new stone that everybody is looking for because it's a great stone for protection. It looks a little bit like hematite, although hematite has a little bit more gray tone, and this one has more of a black tone like black tourmaline, but it's got this beautiful sheen to it. So the shungite, again, is this powerful protection stone. It helps with psychic protection as well as EMF protection, like protection from the EMFs from computers and cell phones and microwaves, etc. It helps to cleanse and align the particles in your body so that they are more open to the spiritual light. It's great for detoxification and purification, and it helps to clear dysfunctional patterns. So again, your stones of choice for the week are the fire agate, the Larimar, or the shungite. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the astrology for this week. On Wednesday, the 13th of March, we have the Sun in Pisces, and it's making a challenging square aspect to Jupiter in Sagittarius. Now, everybody remembers back when Jupiter went into Sagittarius, which was the fall of 2018, and Jupiter stays in a sign of the zodiac for 1 year. So it's going to be in Sagittarius until the end of this year, the end of the year 2019. And what's significant about Jupiter in Sagittarius is that this is its ruling sign. So when a planet is in its ruling sign, it's much stronger there because obviously it rules that sign. It's comfortable there. Jupiter is about expansion. It's about blessings. It's about abundance and prosperity. It's about our belief systems. And it's about seeing the greater vision or the big picture of things in our life. So again, in Sagittarius, Sagittarius rules this freedom energy, this inspiration energy, this energy of education and higher learning. It connects us to other people, other cultures. It's got a high diversity to it. So again, on Wednesday the 13th, the Sun is challenging Jupiter. Okay, so this is going to bring a challenge as far as seeing things clearly. Jupiter, again, in Sagittarius wants to see the big picture of where we're going in life, what our life path is all about, what we want to accomplish. And right now we're in Pisces season. The Sun is in Pisces, and Mercury, which is also one of the highlighted planets this week, is retrograde right now in Pisces. It went retrograde last week. So there's a lack of clarity here with that Pisces energy. Pisces is a sign of completion, and it's a sign that rules the spiritual realm and things that are unseen or intangible. So with the Sun challenging Jupiter, and the Sun ruling our sense of identity as well, we're not going to be able to see ourselves clearly, and we're not going to be able to quite see our path clearly. And so we have to adjust our belief systems, which Jupiter rules, and understand that right now is just a time to trust and have faith and believe and go with the flow. On Thursday the 14th, the Sun connects with Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And then on Friday the 15th, Mercury retrograde in Pisces challenges Jupiter. So you can see that both the Sun and Mercury come together in that sign of Pisces, and they both have that challenging square aspect to Jupiter. Now, Mercury is the messenger planet. He's about our thoughts, our ideas, our communications with other people. So there might be obviously miscommunication when we are dealing with Mercury retrograde anyway, and especially with it being in Pisces. And now with it challenging Jupiter, we might have a tendency to blow things out of proportion in a negative way. So we want to rein that in a little bit and not go into a fearful place, to not look at this lack of clarity that we might be dealing with as a negative sign. This is just about looking at all of our options. Mercury retrograde is a time to review and revise and research and do all of those redo things. So we want to take the time and again look at all of our options. If we need to make a list of things that we're going to look into or that we're going to, try to accomplish, and have patience while we're doing this during this Mercury retrograde cycle. So again, with Mercury connecting with Jupiter on Friday in a challenging aspect, we might have a tendency to either within ourselves, with our own thoughts, or in communication with other people, we might have a tendency to blow things out of proportion. Jupiter likes to, again, expand things. It's the expansion principle. So it may want to, have certain opinions or ideas and then expand those out of proportion, and it's challenging Mercury. So we have to really watch our communications with other people and our thoughts in regards to moving forward. Now, on Thursday also, I said this is when the Sun and Mercury come together, but also on Thursday, the 14th, Mars, which is in Taurus, is making a positive connection to Saturn in Capricorn. Now, Saturn in Capricorn wants to work hard and have goals and work on matters of security or career or life path. And it's about responsibility towards who we are out in the world and responsibility in our career. And even responsibility in other aspects of our life too. And with Mars, the activator planet, and Mars, the planet of forward movement, energy, action, forward momentum, it's in Taurus right now, so it's slow, patient movement. But Thursday can still be a positive day to kind of bring something into manifestation, or start to bring something into form, or work on some sort of project. Again, be patient with that. You might have some progress on or around the 14th when Mars connects with Saturn as far as progress and bringing something into fruition, but you still want to have a little bit of patience with that Pisces energy and Mercury retrograde. Now on Saturday, Sunday, Mercury, which is obviously still retrograde, it's retrograde until March 28th, it's making connections to Pluto on Saturday and then Mars on Sunday. And this is a sextile aspect for both of those. Mercury sextiles Pluto Saturday, Mercury sextiles Mars on Sunday. This is an aspect of opportunity, meaning that we have to keep our eyes and ears open. And this is an opportunity for transformation, and it's an opportunity, again, for forward movement, especially in matters that deal with career, finances, and money, because again, Pluto's in Capricorn, that sign that rules our career and our life path, and Mars is in Taurus, which rules our personal resources, such as finances. So that's a little bit about what's going on astrologically. Let's go ahead and take a look at our cards this week to see what our angels and guides had to say. Okay, so we turn over the first card, and this is the Eight of Cups. And I don't know if it was this deck, but it seems like in either the monthly reading for the month of March, which is on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen it already, or in maybe the last week's reading, it seems like we got the Eight of Cups, maybe not from this deck. But the Eight of Cups In this deck, at the bottom, you can see that it says departure. Now, the number 8 numerologically is about our sense of power, our sense of authority. It's about career, finances, money, as far as the third dimensional realm is concerned. Now, we have a cup suit, so this is about our emotions. So this is about our sense of empowerment with how we feel, okay, with our emotions. And with the 8 of Cups in the traditional tarot, it often shows somebody walking away from something. Their back is turned to us. They're walking away. There's cups that they're walking away from. So this means symbolically that we're walking away from something that we're emotionally attached to. Just like this word at the bottom of the card says departure. We're starting to move away from feeling disempowered with that number 8, again, ruling empowerment or disempowerment. We're moving away from feeling disempowered. We're moving away from something, maybe a situation, a relationship, a dynamic, maybe a pattern within ourselves where it's really emotional. It's really, set in deep in the emotional body. We're emotionally attached to something and we're needing to move away from it. And I like this, this symbology here. The cups are all upright and they're all aligned very perfectly. So it makes me feel intuitively like things are in order. That as we're moving away from something, as we're departing from a feeling or a situation, that everything is in divine order here and that it's going to be okay. Of course, we have angel wings here in the background too, signifying that we're being guided and we're being protected as we move on and away from something and as we empower ourselves emotionally with something. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second card. And the second card is Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. The message at the bottom of this card here in this deck says Angel of Reflection. Okay, so the Hermit in the traditional tarot is about going within and finding your own inner truth, finding your own inner light. It's about looking for the answers that you're seeking within yourself and not necessarily looking outside of you for information or guidance. Now, you can look to your angels and guides, but also look to your own higher self, your soul self, that part of you that is connected to the universe, that part of you that is from the stars, from God. This is where you're going to find your answers with what feels right. Again, we're in that, that cup suit with the first card of what feels right to us, what is going to allow us to feel empowered with the 8 of Cups. And now we're reflecting here, the Angel of Reflection. We're reflecting on things that are happening within our lives, reflecting on how we're feeling about those things, reflecting on, what our plans are, where we wanted to go thus far in this year 2019, and kind of reflecting on how far we've come or not come. But remember that the Hermit, he's holding a lantern, he's holding a lamp, a light. And so the way forward, and he is moving forward, the way forward is lit for us. The light is guiding us, basically. The light is guiding us, but our own inner truth is also guiding us. The Hermit is a very wise, being. And so we have wisdom within us, and we need to tap into that inner wisdom and tap into that inner intuition, and then allow the light of the universe to kind of light the way forward, okay? Let's take a look at the last card for the week. This really makes sense too with all the Pisces energy that we have going on right now, that sign of completion, the sign that rules the spiritual realm. The last card is also a Major Arcana, okay? We have Major Arcana 20, the Judgment card. And the message at the bottom of this says Angel of the Past. And so isn't it interesting? The Hermit is the Angel of Reflection. The Judgment card is the Angel of the Past. Now, we often think about the term judgment as being judged by some outer force. And really, this is about not judging. This is about not judging yourself. This is about not judging other people, not judging the circumstances that you find yourself in, because everything's happening for a reason. Major Arcana number 20 is the second to the last Major Arcana. We go up to 21 with the World card. So this means we're almost at the end of some sort of soul journey. The Major Arcana of the Tarot is guiding us through a soul journey. So here, we're getting to the end of some sort of journey. And here again, in the sign of Pisces, we're getting to the end of this cycle astrologically, with Pisces being the last sign of the zodiac and the sign of completion, the sign of healing. So this kind of goes along very well with that too. Now, what I get intuitively as I look at the image here, we have again the angel of judgment. She's blowing this trumpet, this horn. It's like a call to action. It's like a call to pay attention to some sort of sign, to some sort of message here. And she's in this water, this ocean water that looks like it's pretty turbulent. There's, some waves, almost like it's a little bit of a stormy sea, but we have two dolphins, and these two dolphins are just moving right along and moving forward. So I feel like as we're in this storm, again, metaphorically speaking, whatever storm we might find ourselves in, again, with the unclarity of the Pisces energy, we're still moving forward. The dolphins are moving forward. We're being guided forward. And again, we're being called to pay attention here with the trumpet. We're being called to pay attention to some sort of sign, some sort of message, some sort of inner intuition that we're having, or maybe it's some sort of guidance we get in meditation. But make sure that you're paying attention, because the universe is trying to send you some sort of signal or message. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the special message card depending on your pendant of choice. So for those of you that chose the fire agate, okay, this one's really calling my attention. Fire agate people, awakening, okay? And the first thing I thought of when I turned this over and saw the awakening is that Uranus, the Great Awakener, just went into Taurus last week, okay? So as that planet, Uranus, the Great Awakener, planet of higher dimensional universal energies, the bridge to kind of the future and moving forward and doing things different. He's the rebel planet, so he's rebelling against the old paradigm of energy and moving us into a new way of thinking and believing and acting. So I feel like here we're awakening to some new energy, and that awakening is still going on for us this week, okay? And it's not only awakening us on a mental level with our thoughts and our ideas and our belief systems, but we're being awakened energetically. You can see this man here, and his palms are lit up, and he's got, all this light energy around him. So he's being awakened energetically to higher vibrational energies, higher soul energies. Our cells of our body are waking up. The physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies around us that are a part of us, our chakras, they're all awakening to this higher vibrational energy as we move forward. And I feel like, again, not only awakening, but healing is taking place here as this is happening. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the message for the Larimar people. So giving this a little bit of a shuffle. Asking to be shown what the message is for Larimar people. Okay. I'm still looking for it. Okay, this one's calling my attention right here. Larimar people, mindfulness. This is a great card for the Pisces energy that we're in, and the Mercury retrograde in Pisces that we're in. Being very mindful of our thoughts, of our inner communication mostly. This can be being mindful of outer communication with other people too, especially with Mercury retrograde, but I feel like this is more being mindful of your inner thoughts and your inner communication. And of course, these two hands are in a position together, touching one another as if the person's in meditation. And they're focused on this little candlelight flame here in the middle, in between their hands. And so, to me, this is also about focus. It's about being focused on what your intentions are. More than focused about, we could say we're focused on the next step in our path or completing a project, but I feel like this is more of being focused on the inner realm. This is more focused on what are we thinking, what are we intending, what are we believing. This is going to be, again, more of an inner kind of mindfulness that's happening. So if I'd say light a candle, I'd say do some meditation, maybe take a nature walk out in the woods, something that's going to bring you into the present moment, being mindful of what's happening right now in the present moment, not what's happened in the past, not what we want to try to accomplish in the future, but just being in the here and now and being mindful of what you're thinking right now, what you're feeling right now, what you're believing right now. And if there's any adjustments to be made based on that, then do those adjustments in that kind of meditative inner state. Okay, and then for those of you that chose the Shungite, let's give this a little shuffle. This one's calling my attention right away. Shungite people, ooh, abundance. This is really cool. So we have a cup here, and we have all these little sparkly light energies coming out of the cup. This almost looks like the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. And, you know, the Ace of Cups is a new way of feeling, and it's about blessings and feeling good and feeling joyful and happy. And, of course, abundance isn't just about finances and money, but abundance is about, again, feeling joyful and happy. And it's about following your truth and following your path, manifesting, you know, your desires and what you're passionate about. So I feel like there's abundance coming in for you. I still feel like it starts with how you feel first, and then we're going to move into a little bit later time as the sun moves into Aries. You know, when we get to the spring equinox and when Mercury turns back to direct motion, and then it finally moves into Aries later on in April. This is where I feel like the manifestation will probably start. But know that the abundance, again, that feeling of abundance starts within yourself first. Feeling grateful, feeling rich, feeling blessed, and feeling gratitude. This is what kind of starts that abundance ball rolling, so to speak. Okay? All right. So I want to say thank you to all of you that watch and share and comment on my weekly and monthly YouTube videos and my soul reflection videos. For all of you that follow me on Facebook and that check out my website at sacredsoulempowerment.com. For all of you that have sent me wonderful, you know, comments about feeling better. I think I'm pretty much fully recovered now. I think I sound okay. So thank you so much for sending your love, light, and healing energy my way. It was really appreciated. So until we meet again next week, I send you all lots of love and light and many, many angel blessings.